Welcome to the channel. Reliability matters more than speed, especially for senior riders. Some Japanese motorcycles have been running smoothly for hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Today, we look at the machines that earn trust through decades of real-world riding. Stick around. By the end, you'll know which bike fits your riding style and which one will still be running when the rest are gone. Number 7. Yamaha Tenere 700 2019 to 2026. Here's a bike that shouldn't exist in 2026. It's too simple, too honest, too bulletproof for modern marketing teams to justify. The Tenere 700 runs a CP2 parallel twin engine with a 270-degree crankshaft firing order, which sounds technical until you realize what it actually means. Instead of both pistons firing together like synchronized swimmers, they fire asymmetrically. One goes up while the other's halfway down. This cuts vibration-induced failures by 40% compared to traditional parallel twins. Yamaha borrowed this setup from their MT-07 street bike, which has been logging 120,000-kilometer lifespans across European courier fleets without breaking a sweat. But the real genius sits in the fuel injection system, dual 43mm Mikuni throttle bodies with self-cleaning nozzles. You know that carbon buildup that chokes most adventure bikes after 30,000 kilometers? It doesn't happen here. Bosch ran torture tests in Morocco's Atlas Mountains, pushing these bikes through 52 degrees Celsius heat in sandstorms that looked like biblical plagues. Zero cylinder head warping, zero overheating. The liquid cooling system keeps temperatures stable even when you're crawling at walking pace through technical sections where other bikes would be puking coolant. And here's the part that makes mechanics smile. The oil filter sits right there on the side. No fairings to remove, no hidden bolts, just twist and replace. A mechanic in Johannesburg ran one as a courier bike for 6 years, racked up 174,000 kilometers, and only did brake pads and tires. The engine still pulls like it's fresh. This isn't a bike, it's a middle finger to planned obsolescence. If comfort, confidence, and reliability matter more to you than bragging rights, the Tenere 700 deserves your attention. If this sounds like your kind of motorcycle, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around, because the next bikes on this list might surprise you even more. Number 6. Suzuki V-Strom 650 2004 to 2026. Let me tell you about boring. The V-Strom 650 is boring in the same way a Swiss watch is boring. It just works forever without drama or excuses. This machine carries the exact same 645 cubic centimeters V-twin engine that's been in production since 2004. 22 years, same engine. That's not laziness. That's Suzuki proving they got it right the first time and refusing to fix what isn't broken. The valvetrain uses screw and lock nut adjusters instead of modern hydraulic lifters. And before you think that's outdated, understand this. Hydraulics fail. Screws don't. You can adjust valve clearances in your driveway with a screwdriver and feeler gauge in 30 minutes. No dealership computers, no software updates, no diagnostic ports, just metal measurement in your hands. Suzuki engineered this with a long stroke configuration. 62.6 millimeters bore by 73 millimeter stroke, which means low-end torque and thermal efficiency instead of flashy top-end horsepower. In the Australian outback, where postal delivery routes stretch across landscapes that look like Mars, V-Stroms average 97,000 kilometers between major services. Mechanics in Alice Springs call it the boring reliable one because nothing ever happens. The cooling system uses a single radiator with oversized fins, and the thermostat cracks open at 82 degrees Celsius, maintaining tight temperature control whether you're stuck in traffic or cruising desert highways. Here's a story worth telling. A rider in Chile named Rodrigo used his V-Strom to cross the Andes 14 times over 3 years. Same clutch, same transmission, same engine internals. 142,000 kilometers later, he replaced the clutch pack only because he figured he should, not because it failed. The mechanic said the friction plates still had material left. This isn't a bike. It's proof that boring wins the long game. Number 5. Honda Africa Twin CRF 1100L 2020 to 2022. Honda sat in a meeting room and asked one question: What if we eliminated every stupid reason motorcycles break? The answer is the Africa Twin, and the Unicam engine is where that philosophy lives. One overhead camshaft operating 4 valves per cylinder doesn't sound revolutionary until you understand the implications. It reduces reciprocating mass by 18% compared to dual cam designs, which means less inertial stress pounding the connecting rods and crankshaft bearings 8,000 times per minute. Physics is brutally simple. Lighter parts last longer. The 2022 model uses iridium-tipped spark plugs rated for 32,000-kilometer intervals. And the PGM-FI fuel injection system recalculates injection timing 32 times per crankshaft revolution based on throttle input, engine load, and air density. But here's where theory meets pavement. A Spanish courier company in Barcelona ran 12 Africa Twins for urban delivery duty, stop-and-go traffic, aggressive riders, daily heat cycles that cook engines alive. Average mileage before the first mechanical failure, 143,000 kilometers. Not maintenance, failure. The dual-clutch transmission version takes it further by eliminating rider error entirely. No missed shifts, no clutch slip, no ham-fisted engagements that shred friction plates. Just perfect hydraulic precision every single time. Honda even obsessed over the air filtration system, engineering a pre-filter stage that catches 89% of dust before it reaches the main element. A German rider named Klaus took one through the Sahara Desert for 28,000 kilometers of sand, dust, and conditions that would choke most bikes to death. When he finally pulled the air filter, it looked cleaner than most bikes after a weekend trail ride. Honda didn't just build a bike. They built a machine that refuses to acknowledge that things are supposed to break. If you're enjoying this list so far, subscribe to the channel. We make content built specifically for senior riders who still love the thrill of the road, just with a little more wisdom and a lot more comfort. Number 4 combines a V-twin character with legendary reliability. Number 4, Kawasaki Versys 1000, 2012 to 2026. The Versys 1000 shares its 1,043 cubic centimeters inline 4 engine with the Ninja 1000, which is like saying a marathon runner and a sprinter share the same legs. Technically true, but missing the whole story. Kawasaki deliberately detuned this motor by 12 horsepower, and that single decision is pure genius. Lower peak power means reduced combustion chamber pressure, which translates to less stress on piston rings, cylinder walls, and valve seats. It's the difference between running at 80% effort for 1,000 miles versus sprinting until something tears. The monocoque aluminum frame integrates the engine as a stressed member, spreading mechanical loads across the entire chassis instead of concentrating vibration into specific weak points that eventually crack. German TÜV testing labs, the same people who make engineers cry with their standards, ran compression tests on Versys engines after 150,000 kilometers of mixed use. Results showed less than 2% variance across all 4 cylinders. That's essentially identical to factory specifications. Most engines lose 10% compression by 100,000 kilometers. This one doesn't care. The oil filter sits right on the front of the engine. No bodywork removal required, which means whoever designed the maintenance access points actually owns tools instead of just CAD software. A Norwegian delivery company operates 18 Versys thousands across Scandinavian routes. Brutal winters, road salt that eats metal for breakfast, sub-zero temperatures that crack lesser machines. After 4 years of daily commercial abuse, average mileage per bike sits at 168,000 kilometers, with only routine maintenance. No engine failures, no transmission grenades, no catastrophic meltdowns. Just bikes showing up, doing the work, and going home. It's almost boring how reliable this thing is. And boring is exactly what you want when you're 500 kilometers from nowhere, with no cell signal and winter closing in fast. Number 3, BMW R 1250 GS 2018 to 2026, typically priced between $14,000 and $22,000 USD, depending on year, mileage, and trim. BMW engineers looked at the Boxer engine layout, which has been around since before your grandfather learned to ride, and decided it needed one more trick. They called it shift cam variable valve timing, and it's the first mass production system on a horizontally opposed engine. At 5,000 RPM, the system switches between two cam profiles, optimizing volumetric efficiency across the entire rev range. Low-end torque for crawling over boulders, high-end power for passing trucks on the Autobahn. Same engine, different personalities. But here's what most people miss. Precise valve control reduces unburned fuel entering the exhaust, which keeps catalytic converters alive and minimizes combustion chamber carbon deposits. That's not performance tuning. That's longevity engineering. The horizontally opposed twin layout sticks cylinders directly into the airstream, naturally cooling better than any inline or V configuration, where cylinders hide behind bodywork like scared children. Norway's postal service tested this theory across 5 years of Arctic delivery routes, ice-covered roads, minus 30 degrees temperatures, freeze-thaw cycles that destroy suspension components for fun. They tracked 40 R1250G S bikes accumulating an average 187,000 kilometers each. Only 3% required major engine work, and those cases involve crash damage, not mechanical failure. The shaft drive system eliminates chains entirely. No lubrication schedules, no adjustment rituals, no wear-induced slack. Just change the final drive fluid every 32,000 kilometers and forget it exists. BMW's dry sump lubrication keeps oil pressure stable even during extreme lean angles that would starve traditional wet sump systems. The oil pump continuously scavenges lubricant and stores it separately, ensuring consistent pressure delivery whether you're upright or dragging pegs. This isn't clever engineering. It's a German obsession with eliminating failure modes until there's nothing left to break. BMW didn't build a bike. They built a philosophy. And hey, if you're still watching, you are clearly one of us. Go ahead and hit like, and if you're not already part of Rev and Ride, subscribe for motorcycle content made for riders who value comfort, character, and bikes that actually make sense. Number 2, Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250, 2021 to 2026. Harley-Davidson building an adventure bike is like watching your grandfather suddenly start doing parkour. Unexpected, slightly concerning, and oddly impressive when it works. The Revolution Max 1250 engine uses dual overhead camshafts and variable valve timing on both intake and exhaust sides, adjusting timing parameters 50 times per second based on throttle position, altitude, and real-time engine temperature. This isn't performance wizardry for magazine covers. This is longevity science. Precise valve timing reduces combustion temperatures, extends valve life, and minimizes deposit formation that chokes engines slowly over time. The aluminum cylinder heads with pressed-in iron liners dissipate heat 22% faster than traditional cast iron designs, which matters when you're crossing Arizona deserts in 48 degrees Celsius heat. Harley tested these bikes for 8 continuous hours in conditions that would make Satan complain about the weather. No coolant boil over, no detonation, no thermal failures, just a bike doing exactly what it's designed to do without throwing tantrums. The liquid cooling system uses a cross-flow radiator with twin electric fans that automatically adjust speed based on heat load. Even crawling through rock gardens at walking pace where airflow is non-existent and temperatures climb, coolant stays locked between 85 and 92 degrees Celsius. The semi-active suspension isn't comfort technology, it's frame preservation engineering. Accelerometers monitor impacts and adjust damping in real time, reducing stress that causes fatigue cracks. Harley engineered the clutch to handle 30% more torque than the engine produces, future-proofing against wear. A rental fleet across New Zealand's South Island logged median service intervals of 94,000 kilometers between major work. Rental bikes ridden hard by tourists who've never seen gravel, dropped, abused, treated like equipment instead of investments, and they just kept running like nothing happened. Sometimes the best engineering comes from starting over completely. Number 1, Honda Goldwing Tour, 1975 to 2026. The Goldwing isn't a motorcycle, it's a horizontally opposed 6-cylinder engine with a luxury vehicle bolted around it. And the engineering depth here borders on obsession. The 1,833 cubic centimeters flat 6 engine produces power so smoothly that Honda had to artificially add vibration at idle so riders could feel it running. The balance shaft system cancels out 96% of primary vibration, creating near-perfect mechanical balance with pistons moving in opposite directions. The liquid cooling system uses twin radiators with automatic thermostatic control, locking coolant temperature between 82 and 88 degrees Celsius regardless of conditions. The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission employs wet multi-plate clutches submerged in dedicated oil, eliminating friction-induced heat damage. A Canadian touring club tracked 27 Gold Wings over 10 years across North American routes. Combined total exceeded 4.2 million kilometers, with average major service intervals at 112,000 kilometers. One bike reached 387,000 kilometers on the original engine and transmission with zero internal work. Not rebuilt, original. The shaft drive requires final drive fluid changes every 32,000 kilometers. That's the entire drivetrain maintenance schedule. No chains to lube, no belts to tension, no sprockets to replace. The fuel injection system uses 6 independent throttle bodies with electronic synchronization, eliminating carburetor sync nightmares. A rider in Texas logged 290,000 kilometers over 12 years, replacing only wear items like tires and brake pads. The engine untouched. Compression tests showed factory-fresh numbers. Honda designed this assuming a 40-year service life, engineering every component for multiple life cycles. This bike outlives its first owner, gets inherited by someone who doesn't ride yet, and keeps running like the day it left the factory. Today, used Goldwing Tour models typically range from $8,000 to $18,000, while a brand new 2026 Goldwing Tour sits around $28,700 to $30,500, depending on trim and options. That's not motorcycle engineering. That's mechanical immortality with Japanese precision. If you spotted your next ride or learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling us which bike you'd take on a grand tour. Ride safe, ride smart, and we'll see you in the next one.